Hey, welcome back to It's Just Gems, and I have a video for you of Dr. Ericana Chiambori. I'm not sure if I'm saying that right, but she is a diplomat from Zimbabwe, and she has, I guess, a Pan-African message. She's calling for African Americans and Black people all over. Now she's referring to us as Africans to come home to Mother Africa. So I want to play this video and kind of dissect it at different parts. And then, so I'll give my commentary throughout. But I'm sharing based on fair use purposes, definitely for educational and research purposes.
Advantage of its intellectual connection and assets to entrepreneurs who have left but may want to help Africa back, because this is one of your major initiatives.
Absolutely. The brain drain that started over 400 years ago, when the best and the brightest and the fittest were taken out of Africa forcibly, and that is when the brain drain started.
Oh, we're off to a rocky start. Is she being disingenuous by saying that they were forcibly removed? Because at this point, we all know that they were sold by other Africans into slavery. But we're going to keep going.
I want to make sure that is very clear. And when we talk about African diaspora, we're talking about all people of African descent living outside of Africa. Let's be very clear. African Americans, they are Africans who were forcibly taken out of Africa, plus the continued brain drain, those who are later immigrants who left Africa running away from famine, from wars, in search of greener pastures. The end result is, as we speak, Africa has a serious deficit of expertise.
Sounds like she's making a play to get reparations from where America, because they took the brain drain from taking the Africans that were there. Oh boy, this ain't sounding good. This is sounding like somebody else or another group trying to latch on, because now there's a lot of movement in the U.S. for reparations for the Black descendants of slavery in North America. So here we have yet another group. It seems like what she's saying, oh, the brain drain, everybody left because of what America did, and now we're all Africans. Where the hell was all these people all these years ago? Why all of a sudden now are we Africa's lost children 500 years later? Child, please.
However, the good news for Africa is that we have a very young, intelligent, vibrant population that need opportunities. So when we can marry the age group of young, intelligent Africans with the expertise coming from the diaspora, we can see an Africa that can propel itself to take its rightful place on the world stage like it once was. So yes, the diaspora are an important component of Africa's development. Make no mistake about that. All the African leaders are fully aware of that. All the African leaders are in full support of coming up with programs to make it easier for the diaspora to move back.
Move back? I've never been, so I can't say I'm going to move back to somewhere I've never been. And all of these Black Africans are moving here to get away from there. So what does that say for what's going on back there? So now that African Americans or Black Americans have built up the United States, we supposed to go back and build up Africa? And we're supposed to solve the problems of Africa when we're here trying to struggle and continue to fight, create a place for ourselves here where all of our known ancestors are. I'm good.
We want to look at diaspora who can come to Africa, not just focus on a country that you were born in, but if you are a person of African descent, Africa should matter to you. Africa should be your problem. You must own Africa's problems, understand it, and participate in the development of Africa.
Many Africans come here to the United States and they talk about our culture and how we are degenerate, we're lazy. They even come here and they've created the Shade Room to highlight the degenerate culture that's here. They have Bossip. All of these blog websites are created by non-foundational Black Americans They are from the diaspora. So they come here to highlight our degeneracy, and they show us the outcome of all the issues and problems that we have here in the United States. But now, instead of us continuing to fight to fix the problems here, we're supposed to take on the problems of Africa, the place that sold our ancestors, the place that never came back and said, hey, send us our people back. None through all of these 500 years, they've never on record came back and said, demanding that they release the people back. They've done nothing. They haven't said, hey, you come get this free land, Black Americans. You belong here. We are home. So come on over here. You could buy you some land and have it or whatever. They haven't sectioned off a section of Africa to give to our people to say, hey, we lost you, but we want you back. But we're supposed to take on y'all's problems? I think not.
For when we have a stable Africa, it now also correlates with an African American who is anchored. It correlates with an Afro-Caribbean who is anchored. It correlates with an Afro-Latino who is anchored. Currently, descendants of the formerly enslaved, they are like a ship without an anchor. The wind blows that way, here they go. Until they're anchored by being accepted.
That was the end of the video, but I don't see how us taking on Zimbabwe's problems is going to equal us being anchored. What the U.S. is going to be afraid, oh, they've hooked up with Zimbabwe. Now that Zimbabwean army is going to get us if we do something wrong. No. You have no track record or history of showing that you stood in solidarity with us. Again, it's not documented anywhere that you have sectioned off some land and said, come down here because we need your talent. We need you here. And the people that I hear of, not in Zimbabwe, but just in different parts of Africa, there's people that have moved over there and have instantly regretted it. I know a lady, she went down there. I don't know her personally, but I know of the story that she went down there and she was later killed by the locals because maybe the leaders see the value in having African Americans to go there because they see the money, they see the opportunity. Yeah, they see the money grab. But those locals don't always accept us in with open arms. They see us as outsiders, immigrants, people that are coming to steal their land, all those negative things. They look at us like that. Hell, they don't even like, some of them go back and forth with each other. I forget who it is. Nigerians don't like Zimbabweans, whoever. But it's different countries in Africa that don't like each other, that want each other out. They don't want them immigrating over there. So we're supposed to come from over here and fit right in. Though we have different cultures, different practices, all of that, and we're supposed to bring our talents there. And I haven't heard what we're supposed to get out of I guess we'll be anchored. We'll be anchored so we don't have to worry about what, because we're anchored. Yeah, I think I'm good on that. Share your thoughts in the comment section. Let me know what you think about it. Please hit the subscribe button if you haven't already. Like the video and share. And I appreciate you all. And until next time, peace.